Welcome to ImageCon 2021. You know, when I hear the words tipping point, I immediately think about Malcolm Gladwell and his wonderful book bearing the same title, Tipping Point, that I've read over 20 years ago, How Time Flies. Wonderful book, wonderful writer, and first time that I think I've seen data used in just this specific way. And very carefully chosen example by Mr. Gladwell to show us that our gut feeling may take us in a certain direction, but data will point us in a very different direction. In many cases, very contrarian insights, but the real insights and the real conclusions that we need to take away from a certain situation. Very interesting, very insightful, well worth the read if you haven't read it. I was delighted to hear that Malcolm Gladwell has a podcast that he's been running in the last 6 years called The Revisionist History. Very interesting listening, again, shining as a storyteller, as an interviewer. And in one of his recent episodes, he said something that really caught my attention. It's audio, right? He's speaking words, but something that he said really created a very vivid image in my head. And he was talking about light bulb moments, but not as in the aha moment that we sometimes get. Light bulb, yes, eureka, I just realized something, but multiply that by 100-fold. Light bulb moment as in seeing a visual imagery that is so powerful, so impactful, that it's like looking directly into a light bulb. It's like burning your retina. You look sideways and you still see that halo there for long after you saw the actual visual imagery. And he was talking about these moments in the context of 9/11 and talking about the fact that many Americans that have witnessed these horrible photographs and videos still remember to this day what they were doing at the exact moments that they had this. It's like a mental retina burn that they had. Now, it's a powerful imagery, and an imagery that I think is very relevant this year, maybe more than ever. I have a feeling that I've seen my fair share of these light bulb moments this year. Insane happenings coupled with amazing visual images, videos, visual experience just burned into my personal retina. But something I think happened this year differently than in many other years, and that was that I feel that we had this certain tipping point in our collective consciousness. This year, seeing all of that actually got many of us, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, to stand up, to walk up, to speak up, to create communities, create entire movement to protest, to drive a change that I truly believe is ultimately to the better good and to a brighter future. And again, I truly believe that the origins of this change, the origins of this tipping point, are amazingly powerful, strong visuals. I think it's hard to overstate the impact of visuals and the impact that visuals have on our lives. I want to talk about COVID for a sec, but COVID-19, it says 19, it's 2021 already. When will that be over? But not about the pandemic, not about the virus. I want to talk about the digital revolution behind the pandemic. 1.3 billion students were left without a school system. They left with unable to go to their classrooms in person because virus. Now, if you asked me just 2 years ago, how long will it take humanity to create a change, drive such an amazing change that we will be able, an e-learning revolution, we will be able to learn online, 100% online, virtual classrooms, have the infrastructure to do that and do that in actuality, right? I would have said that this is a decade away, right? 10 years away into the future. It's so complex, but we were able to do that in just a few short months. And it's crazy. Hundreds of millions of students were able to start learning, continue learning online. Incredible evolution. Think of the infrastructure and the processes and the thought process behind that. Crazy, just a few short months. Our work environment has changed dramatically, talking about going digital, going to remote work when possible. In Cloudinary, even before the pandemic, software company, about 25% of our US workers were working from home, even before the pandemic, but 100% in a matter of days, and still being able to, as many companies have experienced that, to do that very, very effectively, it's almost crazy. The tools and the thought processes. Years of work are building a work environment that is in person, in office, and in weeks we're able to create another alternative work environment, remote and online, that is very successful. Just incredible. Shop owners, incredibly unfortunate. Many has needed to close shop, went bankrupt, out of business this year. Others were able to use amazingly innovative technology to get their businesses online with tools that allows you to go online within a few days. Just amazing, and continue to work and sell their merchandise. It's not the best experience. It's not what they had in mind. But as a second best, it's pretty amazing. Our lives have moved online. Social interactions have moved online. I'm not looking forward to have another holiday celebrating with my extended family over Zoom, but the fact that I am able to do that, and again, as a second best, my family can interact with each other online, is incredible. And I do believe that many families have moved to be digital first. Digital first. We're socializing online. We're learning online. We're purchasing and buying and doing our groceries online. We're working online, digital first. And our expectations from businesses that we interact with to be able to support us, or for us as businesses to support our customers, the expectations have grown dramatically for us to offer amazing experiences online that rival the experiences that we could have given in person in the past. Huge expectations. Now, with those huge expectations, with that amazing amount of demand, there are also an incredible amount of innovation, almost an explosion in innovation that is happening around media. New tools, new capabilities that allow us to offer amazing engagement for our customers. Let's talk about a few of those. AI is science fiction for me. It's just incredible what we can do today with AI, especially in that intersection for AI and media. Now, it didn't start during the pandemic, right? The AI revolution as we see it right now, that tipping point probably happened at around 2016, and the rise of graphical processing units coming from the video game industries, right? Video game, what are games to run fast? Our first-person shooters to run at 60, 120 frames per second. We needed very fast GPUs that were surprisingly also very good at running very complex neural network simulation in a very cost-effective manner. Take that, mesh that with an access to ever-growing huge data sets coming from the social network, social world, the online internet, accessibility to amazing data sets. Mesh those together, just a tipping point that propelled the research around AI dramatically forward. And the capabilities that machines have currently are incredible. Researchers can now create synthetic images that looks as real photographs. We can ask computers what's in an image, and they will be able to describe it, think people, scenery, even emotions in some ways better than a human being. We can ask a computer to retouch a photo, remove a background, replace the model, switch clothes automatically in seconds, in what would have taken an artist, a professional artist, hundreds of hours of work hours to do in the past. And all of that, new tools in our tool belt to create amazingly engaging experiences for our customers and really unleash the full potential of our media. Let's talk about VR for a sec. VR, I love the space. VR is incredible. There are more VR headsets than ever before in the US. And looking at a person just putting on a VR headset for the first time, it's an amazing experience. You see the person just, it's complete awe, right? It's incredible. Taking that off, putting that back on, crazy, as I've just seen the future kind of experience. Now, it's almost a technology that is looking for the killer application, and it got a little bit of that from the gaming industry. Again, gaming industry, from commitment from companies such as Sony and PlayStation, and getting VR into the PlayStation gaming community and ecosystem. Maybe it will come from there, but almost definitely will come out from none other than Facebook. Facebook have just announced their commitment to the metaverse, making VR headsets into a household item in their dialogue, in their world, to bring people together, to create the metaverse, to create this telepresence capability so we can get two people thousands of miles apart to feel as if they were in the same room. They are in the same virtual space. But we can use the same technology now that VR headsets are in more and more households to create incredibly engaging experiences for our customers. New experiences like never before. Huge opportunities to create those amazing light bulb moments, good light bulb moments. Talking a little bit about the behind the scenes, I don't know if you know that, but there was an explosion of creativity around new file formats. Advances in algorithms that allow us nowadays to build images and videos and code them in a way that they're not only much smaller in size, but they're also much higher in quality. One example coming from the JPEG committee that brought us the JPEG file format almost 30 years ago. It's still the most widely used format of the web, and now bringing up the JPEG XL file format. An amazing new file format that I'm proud that our researchers in Cloudinary were able to take a part of building this file format together with engineers from Google, and now inching closer to public availability. Smaller, beautiful, perfect for the web. What it means is that customers, your customers, that don't have access to fast internet, slower internet, but now are able to see better imagery than ever before and faster. And your customers that have access to fast internet you're now able to create experiences that are more complex, more complicated, more engaging for them, and still have this snappy reaction that you need for a great experience. Now, talking about the internet speed, the internet is speeding up year after year. And with amazing innovations, we now have satellites that are soon going to give global coverage to areas that never had internet coverage in the past. Fiber is more accessible than ever. 5G technologies allow our mobile devices to have speeds that rival the speeds of Ethernet wired desktop computers, which is incredible. So it's no surprise that our customers expect us to give them amazing experiences on their mobile devices as well, and we can and should do that. And talking about mobile devices are more powerful than ever, and creators can now use their mobile devices, incredibly powerful machines, to create new videos, new experiences, to show their lives in ways that were never able to do in the past. In the past, it would have required a desktop computer, powerful one at that. Software, costly software, a lot of know-how. You can now do that. You have the machine at your fingertips. And we see creators sharing more and more of these videos online. You see them on their social networks. But in addition to that, there is now almost a demand to bring those user-generated contents, real-life stories, over to every website out there. When we're shopping online, I know that I'm on a personal level. When I go to Amazon for my shopping experience, I will look at user photos even more than I will look at the official product photos online. I want to see that in action. UGC more important than ever. Huge opportunity for innovation and to create new experiences for our customers. Here is another technology that we usually hear about in the context of cryptocurrency, but the blockchain technology, amazing technology that can be used for media as well. And the merge between blockchain technology and media allows us to create new types of authenticity, ownership, chain of title that we were never able to do in the past. Really monitor what's happened for a media item, for a photo, for a video, from the creator and all the way to the consumer. Now, one area that we've seen that already in action is non-fungible tokens, NFTs, right? It's taken media and creating authenticity through blockchain. Authenticity of ownership for media items and for real world items. And again, we're still wrapping our heads around this, right? What does it mean to sell a digital art piece for $69 million? It's an NFT. What does it mean for ownership? Good questions. We're still learning ourselves. But the end result, very powerful opportunities around, again, authenticity and ownership. Blockchain. One last point. Opportunity there. Cloudinary originally were a developer-only solution, so developers could use our APIs, still can to this day, use our APIs to build amazing engagements, visual engagements online. Now we support marketeers and tech ops and many others, but still at our core, we're a developer-first solution. We just joined the MAC Alliance. MAC Alliance, short acronym for microservices-based, API-first, cloud-native SaaS, and headless companies. And if you think about this, it's a way to create a technological stack that is more powerful than any other technological stack in the past. It's almost a mix and match, best of breed, easy to swap in and swap out, and ultimately create future-proof, best of breed, enterprise-grade technological stack for your business, so you can create better engagements faster than ever before. So amazing opportunities ahead of us when we're talking about media and we're talking about creating those new digital experiences. But with every opportunity, there is obviously risk. Now, who doesn't want to see Jim Carrey starring in The Shining, right? But you know, I was talking about that researchers can now create synthetic imagery that looks almost lifelike. Look at this, right? It gives rise to deep fakes. Right, and in a world that is already filled with viral misinformation, or our kids, maybe even ourselves, right? We're interacting probably with instead of the official news website and media, we're reading our news on social websites that are not doing the best job at moderating user-generated content. When such powerful imagery can be uploaded to the web, we need to figure out how to do better in the ethics of media and how to use media accurately. So there is so much that is going on, right? I talked about the massive impact, so important, those light bulb moments, so important, those visual impacts of great visual experiences. We talked about the opportunities we had in the market, about the demand that we had, the expectation that our customers have from us, a little bit about the risk. How does it all fit? How do we wrap our heads around this? And this is exactly why we've built ImageCon. This is our 5th ImageCon. And something that we've built is a place for people that are passionate about media to come together and to discuss media, to think about the future of media, to have a dialogue, to challenge ourselves and to pave the road forward for the best experiences, digital experiences out there. Now, this is not the experience that we wanted for us for this year, right? We wanted to meet in person, we want to see each other in person. I do think that much of the magic happens in between sessions and in those interactive dialogues between us. A lot of knowledge exchange happened there, but we're going to do the second base, and we have what I feel is an amazing ImageCon for you online this year. Amazing speakers, amazing sessions. We'll hear from Whitney Johnson, the Director of Visuals and Immersive Experiences at National Geographic. We'll hear from the co-founders of Bombas. We'll hear from lastminute.com. So many others. We'll hear from Cloudinary. We are going to share our know-how. So you'll hear from our CTO office about the future of media. We'll hear from our product office about the future, how we see the roadmap for media going forward, and so many other sessions, amazing sessions. Before we head there, I wanted to say a big thank you for our amazing sponsors, for our platinum sponsor, AWS, as well as our other sponsors, Contentful, WordPress VIP, and Fastly. And while I am looking to see everyone in person in next year's ImageCon, but until then, thank you so much for taking the time for listening. I hope you really, really enjoy the conference, and stay safe.